Aha, we are live. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless Wonder, the Man, Lincoln Clay, and we are back for a live stream of LeMans Ultimate. This week kicks off the new daily race, and we are at Sebring for a GTE fixed race, which the GTE class is my class of choice. Even when the GT3s come to this game, I will still prefer the GTEs, but I'm just as good with the GT3s. So let's jump in for some practice. I think Sebring.
The Graybeard Gamer said, first.
What's up, my guy? How you doing, Gray? Thanks for dropping in, bro. Appreciate it. You know, Sebring, I think Sebring's the games that I played that have Sebring would be LeMans Ultimate, R Factor 2, and Forza. And the track is bumpy on all three of those tracks. I mean, just it is a bumpy track. Here, let's go to the car setup. And chop that down to 5 laps. Fuel. And let's get this straightened out. All right, we are good to go. Let's hit the track. Quality, traction control. Let's go. I'd like to thank those of you who tuned in to my GT7 stream yesterday. Those races were not good due to the dirty driving, but I was able to end the night on a high note by taking second place in my final race.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Your brakes are cold, be careful. Sector 1 is yellow. It looks like Wilson has stacked it. Yellow flag, Sector 2. Sector 1 is green. We can see Carvalho has binned it.
When this game first launched, I was turning in lap times of
Sector 2 is green.
It's flat. I might even done a 159, not sure, but I think since they tweaked the physics, I don't know. I think I've been doing 202s, so gotta find a way to get the mojo.
Incident Sector 3, yellow flag. We think Coulter has spun off. Green flag in Sector 3. Right side's clear.
Nice move, dude.
Clear left. Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag. We think that Burgess has gone off. Alright, Clay, you picked up a bit of aero damage.
Thanks to that guy right
Green
there.
flag in Sector 2. Sector 3 is yellow.
Only practicing. There's no reason to ride me that close.
Green flag in Sector 3. Cold tyres all round. Your brake temperatures are fine. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
All right, thank you, Jim.
Lap 2:20.55.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Okay, Clay, you need to watch the track limits.
Back off of him, give him room. I don't want to be the same guy that I was pissing about.
Yellow flag, Sector 1. Yellow flag in Sector 3. We think that Sarah has gone off. Green flag, Sector 3. Green flag, Sector 1. Sector 3 is now yellow.
Time 2:06.0.
P9. Sector 1 is yellow. We think Rodriguez has binned it. Sector 3 is now clear. You're a second off in Sector 1. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Okay, Clay, you've used half your fuel. Yellow flag. It looks like Charin has crashed. Green flag, Sector 1. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. It looks like Tyen has gone off. Sector 1 is now green. P4, that's 5 minutes of fuel left. Sector 3 is 0.30 off the pace. Yellow flag. We can see land and Lewis have stacked it. Green flag in Sector 1. Okay, Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. It looks like tie N has gone off.
Oh, someone knocked off the 400 sign. I missed my brake marker.
Green flag in sector 2. Sector 1 is 2.7 seconds off the pace.
Great Tantrum said, "Is the track really that bumpy?"
Yes, it is. I can only assume the track is this bumpy in real life because, as I was saying at the beginning of this stream,
Sector 3 is clear, green flag.
out of all the racing games in my library,
Sector 2 is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
this track is on LeMans.
Yellow flag, watch out.
R Factor 2, and Forza.
Green flag, sector 3.
The track is that bumpy on all of them. Because this track used to be an air.
Sector 3 is yellow.
Great Tantrum
We think that Charin has binned it. Sector 3 is clear.
the Greybeard Gamer said, "Very bumpy."
Time 2:06.
P5.
8.
Okay, pit stop requested. Very little fuel left. Yellow flag in sector 1. We think Burgess has spun off.
The Greybeard Gamer said, "Joining the race."
Oh, cool.
Sector 1 is clear. Yellow flag, sector 2. The pit crew's ready.
I'm gonna like this one. Got my man Gray in here.
Green flag, sector 2. Yellow flag 2, litres left. Yellow flag sector 3. Sector 2 is clear. Sector 3 is green. We're running on fumes, mate. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Yellow flag, caution. Sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear, green flag, 1 litre remaining. Green flag, sector 1.
That time was a 2.
B2.
4-1.
Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap. Okay, Clay, we're seeing lots of front locking. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. We think Marco has crashed.
Since going on, those tires are locked. I mean, those tires are cooked. How much time we got left? Oh, I know what the deal is. Sorry. We might as well leave. This is
That's the end of the session. P3.
let me see. There we are right there. The gray beard gamer is in there. Oh, I'm sorry, Tantrum, if you're still watching. To answer your question about Sebring being bumpy, yes, it's definitely the most bumpy track on this game. But as I was saying out of all the games that I have, the racing games, this track is on LeMans Ultimate. It is on R Factor 2, and it's on Forza, and it's a bumpy track on all of them. There's Graybeard right there.
Great Tantrum said, "This gonna be a bumpy ride then LOL."
Yes, it is.
All clear, push now, your brakes are cold, take it easy. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Turn one, right? This is where I gotta figure out this turn right here.
Yellow flag in sector 1. We think that land has binned it. Sector 1 is green.
Great Tantrum said, "I heard Ian, the creator of Project Cars series, is making a new racer called Project Motorsport."
Yeah.
New fastest lap for Burgess, 202.64.
Said,
Watch the track limits, please
I
Clay.
heard this from Polish Paul.
It's fact.
That's the end of the session, P4.
Because I believe I follow Ian. I think his name is Ian Bell, who's head of the project. I think I follow him on Twitter. And yes, it is a fact. The game was going to be called GT Revival, but I think this motorsports, whatever title they're calling it now, motorsports game or whatever. This is like the second or third name change the game has gone through. But it was going to be GT Revival. So basically, I think what the game is supposed to be based on is those like those GT1 cars from the 90s. And the game is going to have VR support. That's probably why Polish Paul mentioned it, but in some sense, I don't know why he mentioned it, because he might have mentioned it with the thought that maybe someday the game will come to PSVR 2 on PS5. That's the only reason why I could see Polish Paul even covering something like that, because there's so many games out there, so many racing games out there with VR support. I mean, like as far as games in the last 5 years.
It exit is clear. Don't cross the line. Okay, Clay. We've got 5 minutes to set a lap. Your brakes are cold. Be careful.
Racing games that have come out in like the last 5 years, I think Forza's probably the only one that doesn't have VR support, and I don't think they'll do it because they probably don't see it as being worth it on PC. And not only that, the game is kind of demanding because of the ray tracing.
Great Tantrum said, Polish Paul has been covered Quest and PC stuff lately.
He's been covering Quest and PC stuff for quite a while. I mean, he started out as PSVR, and then he jumped over to Quest and PC. But as far as talking about motorsports games, or as I still like to call it, GT Revival, I don't even know why he brought that up. I mean, because we know the game is coming, but I mean, through his Twitter posts, Ian hasn't said anything that gives me the impression that this game is going to be coming to PS5 on PSVR 2. And I mean, as far as that goes, the game Flat Out coming to us from Flat the VR Studios. This is only the second car game that's going to get VR support. All we've had is GT7. So I don't.
Fastest lap for Lawson, 204.49. The guy ahead has just done a 205.01.
To me, there's still the lingering...
The guy ahead has just posted a 204.20.
There's still the lingering issue with Sony is, you know...
That's a new fastest lap for Sheffer, 201.90.
Are they letting Flat Out come to PSVR because maybe they don't see it as a threat to GT7? Because Codemasters and EA said that they...
The guy in front has just done a 216.62 P10. That's your fastest lap today. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
They
said they plan to talk to Sony about, you know, getting VR
Great
support for
Tantrum
Formula 1.
said. He said
All right,
the
Clay,
reason why
you've got 10
Project
minutes of
Cars
fuel
VR
remaining.
didn't come to PSVR was the fact it was not powerful enough. But now we have PS5.
If it comes to PSVR 2, that would be wonderful because we really need
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
racing games on PSVR 2. And I assume that part of the reason why we haven't gotten support is probably Sony telling other developers not to put VR support on their racing games because other racing games, in my opinion,
Sector 1 is 0.26 off the pace.
I've said this a few times. Other racing games coming to PSVR 2 would be a threat to GT7 because it would be a threat to their microtransactions. And you know, Sony has gone to some extremes to protect those microtransactions.
New fastest lap for Burgess, 2:00.5. The guy in front has just done a 2:02.18.
Actually, lap?
Lap 2, 0.
P11. Sector 3 is 1.5 off the pace. The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 35 Celsius.
Great tantrum. Said. Well,
The guy behind has just done a
GT7 have been out for a couple years
205.93.
now. Maybe Sony is about to let up.
I was trying to have that conversation.
That's the end of the session, P11.
I was trying to have that conversation yesterday because I'm wondering, as sales of GT7 stagnated to the point where Sony's finally ready to open it up and let other people bring their racing games to PSVR 2.
Great tantrum.
Time 2, 0.
Said.
3.38.
Yeah, there is no reason why we haven't seen another sim racer come to VR2. You make a good point.
When you stop and think about it, those ridiculous, I mean, like, we all know those microtransactions on GT7 is absolutely ridiculous. And I've said this before, that I think those microtransactions are targeted at the casuals and they are targeted at the VR user base, because I mean, a lot of
Teams
people.
and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Great tantrum. Said. From the beginning. With PS5 and VR2 I expected PC quality VR to come. That include racing sims.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Look at Graybeard way up there. But for instance, let's say Forza Motorsports was on PS5, or even the rumored Forza Horizon 5. That's rumored to be coming to PS5. If that game were to get VR support, their microtransactions on that game, I'm assuming, is not near as ridiculous as
Formation lab has started.
as the microtransactions on GT7. So it might be a lot easier to buy a Porsche 911 on Forza Horizon 5 for $3 versus buying that Porsche on GT7 for $10. Because one thing about GT7, the casuals and the car collectors and the VR people, the people that's new to VR, they're the ones that's going to buy the microtransactions. The hardcore people like me that just race, all we're going to do is just get whatever cars we want to race with, and that's it. We're not going to try to start up a car collection. Whenever I jump on GT7, I have my cars that I want to use, and that's it.
Green flag.
Go, go, go.
Great tantrum. Said. We get one racer and plenty of mobile VR ports. Which don't sit well with those who not willing to spend 550 plus tax. Great
Car left,
tantrum.
clear left.
Said. People want games like Alex and Great High
Yellow
End
flag in
VR
sector
titles.
1.
Agreed.
It looks like Marco, Bland, and Lucas have binned it. Green flag sector 1. Okay, Clay, decent start. We can build something from here. Yellow flag in sector 2. It looks like Lawson has stacked it.
Don't move it, dude, because Graybeard gonna get away.
Yellow flag, sector 3. We think that LeBron has gone off. Sector 3 is now clear. On clear left.
BR2 does have some of those high games.
Yeah.
But they are few and far between what is called questy games on BR2.
That time was a 2.
6th place. Incident in sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. We think that Bland has spun off. Green flag sector 1.
Great tantrum. Said. LeMans Ultimate uses the Unreal 5 engine, correct? PS5 is capable of UE5, yet we will likely never see it come to PS5, let alone in VR.
I'm not
Premise.
sure.
Said. Damn, how you can deal with the shimmering due to pack of anti-aliasing, it's impossible to me.
The leader's just done a
Premise.
201.08.
Said.
Yellow
Pack
flag.
asterisk. Great tantrum. Said.
We think
It is a
Marco
shame
has
unless
binned
we
it.
get
That
your
lap
prize
was a
somehow.
203.36.
Kramis. Said. Non-LMU is not under UE5.
I wasn't sure it was. I kind of didn't think so. I mean, it's built on whatever engine R Factor 2 was. Basically, what this game is R Factor 2 with polish.
Green flag sector 3.
Because they've taken a lot of assets from R Factor 2, like this Corvette, for instance, is from R Factor 2. Same audio and everything.
incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Great tantrum. Said. Oh, it's not UE5? Then PS5 and VR2 should be able to handle this. Great tantrum. Said. Refactor 2 is an old engine.
Yeah.
That's a new fastest lap for Burgess. 2:00.8. That lap was a 2:03.16. Okay, Clay, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. 15 minutes left.
Great tantrum. Said. I'm thinking of Rensport. Now that is UE5, I think.
Yeah, Rensport
Premise.
is on Unreal 5.
Said. Old engine but solid, very well optimized, but with new Yebi's post-processing. LeMans Ultimate is very nice with the right graphics settings.
LeMans Ultimate is my favorite game. It's my favorite racing sim.
Great tantrum. Said. Yeah, R Factor 2 still holds up.
I still love the physics of R Factor 2. When it comes to physics in games, LeMans Ultimate and R Factor 2 are two of my favorite. You know, and as crazy as it sounds, I even love the physics of Rensport. Oh, I nearly hit that wall.
Lap 2.
You've just done a 2:02.87. That's your fastest lap.
Kramis. Said. I can't wait for official VR with good anti-aliasing, and it will be my main so far. My Quest 3 is hell ready.
I'm with you 100% right there. The VR actually looks good. It's just the aliasing inside the headset. Once they knock that aliasing out, like, here's where I stand on VR sim racing. I think Automobilism 2 is still king in terms of how good it looks.
B6.
But what R Factor 2 does is it gives you a razor sharp picture without the aliasing. R Factor 2, I've been able to crank that game up as high as 4000p inside my headset.
Alright, Clay, you're halfway home.
Great
Your fuel is
tantrum.
fine.
Said. I use 4X
Fastest lap for
and
Burgess.
enough power left over at
2:00.7
Super
seconds.
There's Greybeard right there. in
We
front
think
of me.
Delon has gone off. Green flag in Sector 3.
Lap 2:03.
P5. fixes. Wait for the chances to come, mate. We're halfway through. The car in front of us is now Coulter. Ten minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
Time 2:02.96.
Great tantrum. Said. Does LeMans Ultimate have real-time day-night cycle?
Sector 1 is yellow.
It definitely has a day-night cycle because I competed in a 2.5-hour event where it changed to night about halfway through the race. So I spent about an hour and a half racing in the night.
That's your best lap in this session.
2:39. Lap time was a 2:02.85.
Okay, Clay. Your lap times are pretty consistent. You've used half your fuel. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can.
Great Tantrum said. It shows LeMans is an early access game and it already has DLC for it.
Well, they probably need money to continue development. I'm fine with the DLC. Because for one thing, the DLC was reasonably priced. I think we got a track and 2 cars for like $12, so it was reasonably priced, unlike the Rensport DLC, where, let me see, we got 2 cars and a track. I paid $40 for that. And then there was like a $60 tier. Not only did I pay for the DLC, I just went ahead and bought the whole
P5.
I just went ahead and bought the whole season pass because I already know I'm going to buy whatever DLC they offer us. I mean, that's why Rensport opened up the VR to the public. Because that VR is not well optimized. I mean, it is aliasing all over the place on Rensport. But they went ahead and opened it up to the public because even VR people, money is good too. Because if the VR is not open to the public, I don't buy that DLC. I had already accessed the VR before anyway through the UV injector mod.
Great Tantrum said. I mean, the game is still early access, not finished, and yet there is already DLC.
Yeah,
unless the DLC is the part of the main game for completion.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. There's a lot of people that was in an uproar about the game releasing DLC even though it's still in early access. And I'm like, if that's what it takes for them to be able to finish this game, I'm okay with it. You know, I'm not going to be that way across the board, but if that's what it takes for them to finish this game, then I'm good with it.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
That was stupid what I did right there. I lost a damn near whole
One more to go.
0.0.
Great Tantrum said. Knowing you, you are a huge LeMans man.
Oh yeah.
Green flag, sector 2. We can
Great
see
Tantrum
LeBron has crashed.
said. This is the best LeMans out for PC.
Agreed. The fact of the matter is, I think R Factor 2 is ahead of its time. R Factor 2 is a wonderful game, but it feels like it wasn't finished. And with this game. I think they took the assets from R Factor 1 and turned it into a slightly different type of game.
P5. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done. Okay, pit stop requested.
That gray beard right there. Yep. Good race, Gray. Oh, he took third. Good shit, Gray. Gray got a podium.
The pit crew is ready.
All right. Yeah, look at that. As far as my fastest lap, looks like I was about 6/10 off of Graybeard's fastest lap. So I need a little bit more practice. But hey, I'll take it. You know, I took the 5th. Good stuff. Good race, Graybeard. I've been waiting for you to jump into one of these races anyway. I've been meaning to say that to you, like, yo, come jump in one of these.
The Graybeard Gamer said, "Man, good race."
Hell of a job, Gray. And I mean, I seen you fighting with that dude up there the whole race. And I was hoping that was going to allow me to catch up to y'all. There was a couple of times where I thought I was closing in and then y'all got away from me. So, excellent race, Gray. Let's see here. Oh, shit. As far as expected you to qualify 4th, you actually qualified 9th, qualified in the bottom
Great
half.
Tantrum said, "3rd place, Gray. Good job.
Excellent.
That is podium finish."
Mm-hmm. I've only won. I'll show you guys. I'll back out and show you guys my my history. I've only won 2 races. Yep, right there. So let's go to view statistics. So I've done 42 races online. You have to keep in mind that one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of races online is because I couldn't do it in VR. Every time I tried to go into a race in VR, the game would crash on me. So it wasn't until like a couple of months ago that I was finally able to do some races in VR. Now I don't have a HUD.
The Graybeard Gamer said, "Thanks, Tantrum."
So I don't have a HUD in the car with me. That's why right now I'm only doing sprint races, because I can't do these endurance races if I don't have a HUD and a multifunctional display in the car with me, so I can see how much fuel I'm putting in the car, tire selection, and that kind of stuff. So right now, until basically until the VR is official, I'll just have to do sprint races, which I'm good with that because it's better than not being able to do daily races at all, which, as I was saying at the beginning when this game first launched, I could play VR in, single player races, but every time I try to go into a online race, the game would crash. So we're just now at the point where the game doesn't crash when I go into a online race. So Hence, I only have 42 races. The 2 wins that I've got, that all comes down to me, because during that time that I was not able to compete in the online races, I was not putting in a lot of time on this game and getting practice in. And now that I can get, these online races in, I got to get back on my grind and like practice day and night on this game. So I've said it on before that when this game first came out, I was doing 2 minutes flat on Sebring, so I got a long ways to go to get back to that. I mean, like my lap times now versus what they were when this game first came out is way off. I mean, I was doing mid 216s on Spa. Now I'm lucky if I do a 219, so I'm like way off the pace. So let's see here. It is 8:42. Nah, so it looks like that's going to end up doing it for me, because I don't know. I love watching the hypercars, but for whatever reason, I'm just not. I'm not that deep into driving them. I like the hypercars, but if you give me the choice, I would prefer to drive a GTE or a GT3 over the hypercars. Let's see what the schedule is. So 11 o'clock. The next GTE fixed race is at 9:30. It is 8:42 p.m. here. And then what do we got here? Multi-class at Bahrain. Woo, that track. And that race doesn't take place until 10 o'clock. Advance, what do we got? Hypercar, Hyper Sprint now. So it looks like that's going to end up doing it for me. Because we're looking at another 45 minutes before the next GTE race. And I need to get some things done. But tomorrow or Thursday, I will be streaming F124 as I need to get some practice for the Hungarian, I believe it's the Hungarian Grand Prix coming up in real life. For those of you that follow the channel, on F124, what I try to do is whatever real life race is coming up for Formula One, I try to replicate that race the day before. So this weekend, I believe it's the Hungarian Grand Prix at Hungaroring. And I'm supposed to do this race with Ham VR. We're supposed to do a co-op race together. So we're going to do a half race rather than like when I did the Spa, I did the full 44 laps. I think this race we're going to do a half race, so it'll probably be like
Great
around
tantrum.
25 laps.
Said, have a good night, Clay. The
See you,
Graybeard
Tantrum?
Gamer said, think I'm about to do 1,000 miles of Sebring down to an hour.
Woo! Woo! Oh, you know what? I'd love to see Sebring come to Automobilista too, because I think Long Beach on Automobilista 2 is a little bit of a bumpy track too. Yeah, I forgot to turn the AC on and I'm already getting hot inside this headset. So yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for me. Grab a bite to eat, get ready for work tomorrow. And again, catch me tomorrow or Thursday as I get a practice run in for the Hungarian Grand Prix on F124. So with that being said, I'm going to boogie on out of here. I want to thank you all for watching. Great race. Good job on the podium. Hopefully I'll be there right next to you on that podium next time we race. Until then.
The Graybeard Gamer said, sure is.
Absolutely.
The Graybeard Gamer said, peace.
Same to you, my bro. All right, folks. Until the next time, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. We'll see you soon, everybody. Have a good one.